short naps the bane of your life, either as a sleep, health or childcare professional, or a parent, or both? Let's be honest, a lot of parents believe short naps don't count. They've been told, often by books, blogs and well-meaning professionals, that a nap under 60 minutes is a failure, that unless their baby sleeps for a full hour or more, they're missing out on crucial developmental benefits. This belief isn't just widespread, it's harmful. It creates unrealistic expectations, adds pressure, and leaves many families trying to force naps that aren't appropriate for their child. And when those long naps don't happen, parents are left feeling anxious, defeated, and convinced they're doing something wrong. But what if those short naps weren't broken at all? In this video, I'm sharing what many sleep coaches and mainstream advice overlooks. The truth about short naps, what the science says, and how to help families release the pressure and reclaim peace. I'm Lyndsey, co-founder of the Holistic Sleep Coaching Movement. I've helped countless families transform their nights, naps and lives, and alongside my colleague Emma, we've empowered hundreds of professionals to build thriving practices that truly support families in their most vulnerable moments. Let's get into it. They only slept 30 minutes. This is one of the most common concerns we hear. Parents say things like, they only slept for 27 minutes. Is that even enough? Every nap ends at the same time. Why can't I extend it? What's wrong with my baby's sleep cycle? They've absorbed this message that short naps are a problem, a sign of poor sleep habits or missed milestones. But where does this belief come from? Well, a lot of it stems from sleep training culture, where long, uninterrupted naps are seen as the gold standard. These expectations have made their way into mainstream parenting advice, early years guidance, and even professional training. So families begin to chase naps that simply aren't realistic or necessary for their child. The result? Constant pressure. Nap resistance from babies who simply aren't tired, repeated attempts to fix something that might not need fixing, and a parenting experience filled with stress, guilt, and frustration. So let's define a short nap. Here's the first problem, in fact. There is no universal definition of a short nap. You'll hear different numbers thrown around. Less than 60 minutes, less than a full sleep cycle, less than 30 minutes. But when you look at the actual research, we see that infant sleep cycles typically range from 50 to 60 minutes. Longer adult-style sleep cycles of 90 to 120 minutes don't usually appear till age 3 to 5. There's very limited research on optimal nap length in infants. Most nap guidance is based on opinion, not evidence. This means that many of the rules parents are trying to follow are made up. Let me tell you about Gillian, one of our Holistic Sleep Coaching Program graduates. She was working with a family who were convinced that their baby's short naps were a serious problem. Every nap was 30 minutes, almost to the minute, and despite trying every trick in the book, nothing changed. The parents were anxious, the baby was frustrated, and the whole day revolved around trying to get longer naps. But here's the thing, this little one was telling everyone through his cues, regulation and daytime behaviour that he simply didn't need more sleep. The attempts to push for longer naps were causing more stress than the naps themselves. Gillian helped the family reframe their expectations. She shared what we'll be talking about in this video, the real variability in infant sleep needs and the truth about short naps. And when the pressure was removed, everything calmed down. The family found a rhythm that worked for them, and the baby started to thrive, even without long naps. So, do short naps count? Yes, they absolutely can be restorative. Let's look at the science. A study by Friedrich and colleagues found that even short bursts of stage 2 sleep, a lighter sleep stage, supports memory consolidation and language learning in infants. Just 9.5 minutes of non-REM 2 sleep made a measurable difference. Signal and colleagues studied adults taking naps of 35 to 50 minutes with very little deep or REM sleep. Despite this, their performance and alertness improved. And Goss and colleagues showed that longer daytime naps may not be as beneficial for older infants as previously thought, challenging the longer is always better idea. So these findings suggest that sleep quality matters more than duration. Restoration can occur in light sleep. Sleep needs vary widely, and short naps can absolutely meet a child's needs. Now, are short naps ever a red flag? Well, yes, occasionally, but not because of the number of minutes necessarily. You might want to explore further if the baby consistently wakes dysregulated or very upset, if there are concerns about growth, development, or feeding, if the baby is showing persistent signs of fatigue or stress, if sleep is generally fragmented and difficult to achieve. But if the baby wakes content, they're alert and interactive, if the development is on track, if sleep is generally working for the family, then those short naps, they're doing their job. So if you and the family genuinely do feel that naps are too short and they're causing challenges, here are some responsive strategies to consider. 1. Adjust the nap timing. Play with the pace of the day. Some babies may nap more easily if they're given a little more or a little less time before the nap, but it should feel observational, not prescriptive. 2, you could try different nap settings. Some babies nap longer in motion, like in a sling, buggy, or carrier. Others respond well to contact naps or cuddles. 3, be ready to resettle. So if a baby stirs at 20 or 30 minutes, staying close and gently supporting them may allow them to drift back off, but only if this feels realistic and sustainable for the family. Or 4, set a nap attempt time limit. Instead of battling to extend a nap for an hour, agree a limit, say 15 to 20 minutes. If the baby is not going back to sleep, move on. It's a sanity-saving tip that gives parents permission to just let it go. The real question isn't how long was the nap? It's how is this child doing overall? Is this child's sleep meeting their needs? If they're generally well regulated, gaining weight, developing as expected, and engaging well, the nap's doing its job. Some children simply don't need long naps, and if we try to force what isn't biologically necessary, we create problems where there were none. Helping families move from is this nap long enough to is my child coping well overall can change everything. This shift can reduce anxiety around sleep, unnecessary interventions, the feeling of failure, and the constant pressure to follow these external rules. Instead, families can begin to trust their child's individual needs and their own intuition. So here's what we've covered today. Short naps are not inherently broken. There's no universal ideal nap length. Mainstream narratives often fuel stress and unrealistic expectations. Prescriptive nap timings are often based on very high sleep need children, which is unachievable for average or low sleep need kids. Short naps can absolutely be restorative. Sleep needs vary, and forcing longer naps can backfire. You may end up with less sleep overnight or a more fragmented night if you try and push those long naps in the daytime, because there's only so much sleep you can achieve in 24 hours. Support strategies do exist, but they should be flexible, not forceful. The goal is functional, responsive sleep, not perfection. Now, if this approach resonates with you, if you want to support families in a way that's calm, evidence-based, and genuinely transformative, then we'd love to support you inside the Holistic Sleep Coaching Programme. Click the link below to book a call with our team and find out if our program is the right fit for you. And if this video gave you a few light bulb moments, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.